I'm telling you right now, Night of Champions will definitely disappoint you. Let's start off with the one that's the clear and obvious one, the King of the Ring. The fact that Jey Uso made it this far at all is insane. It's already insane. People already know that he made it this far. And now the fact that the reports are they're hiding the result of this match and keeping it super tight knit. No one knows except the people in the match and the booker himself. That should tell you a lot. Okay. Combine that with the fact that Oba is definitely fighting Brock at SummerSlam. That's pretty much an absolute at this point. It's just a matter of, is he doing double duty? Well, that may be an amazing moment for Oba in a super crazy turn of events that everyone would love. It's just a matter of, that would be an insane push for one dude. That's the biggest push for one individual since Roman. Like in 2014, 2015. Like, it would be a pretty big deal. And do I see WWE and Triple H doing that? No. They have a track record of playing things safe. Right, they are the dink and dunk Kirk Cousins, the straight dink and dunks. 1 yard, 1 yard, 1 yard, 1 yard. Maybe get a little 5-yarder right there. 1 yard, 2 yards, 3 yards. You ain't getting none downfield. Straight dink and dunks. That's what they do. Doing this with Oba with the double duty, that would be a long ball. Mahomes 2019, but they ain't really doing that too often. I'd be shocked. So Jey Uso is probably winning King of the Ring. Jey Uso is probably winning King of the Ring. Any other one that I'm like, I'm going to be very disappointed. It's the Queen of the Ring. It's a lose-lose situation. If Liv loses, your champion just got pinned for no reason. And now you're most likely getting a rematch of a match we just saw. So unless they move Io to SmackDown, which is possible, it's definitely possible, they could do that. But more likely than not, they're going to just keep her over on Raw, do the rematch of a match we just saw. But you could do the shenanigans with the whole Stephanie Vicaire stuff, but like, you could have done that weeks ago. You could have done that in the first round. You could have done it in the semifinals. So you're going to save that for the finals and have her take the pin. That's the part that I'm like, that doesn't really make too much sense to me personally. So it's like, and even if Liv wins, you're getting a champ versus champ match at SummerSlam that most people really don't want to see, especially when you have more entertaining options like Rhea versus Charlotte Part 3. You could say that for Mania. I would not be surprised if they do that. You could have done Rhea versus Io part whatever. You know, you had options. Rhea versus Becky, Liv versus Becky. You had options. Like you definitely had options. So just to waste the entire tournament on a champ versus champ match would also be pretty mind-boggling to me. Because especially considering I just don't see them unifying the divisions. The divisions are doing just fine. It's just the booking of the matches itself that's the problem. Because they have the talent, right? The women's tag title scene has been kind of dispersing lately. Lyra and Bayley are separate now. I would not be surprised if Charlexa goes their separate ways. Maybe not a heel turn, but like a mutual, all right, let's go for singles titles now kind of thing. So the divisions itself is just fine. That's not the problem. It's just the booking. So I don't see the point of them doing a champ versus champ match. I don't see it in the match. The matchup itself, Rhea versus Liv, I guess we really haven't seen that much. So it's like, it is a fresh matchup. But like, does anybody really want to see that? I don't know. And then you have Braun Breaker versus Seth. This one is 50-50. It can go either way. And honestly, I would not mind either way personally. If Seth won or Braun wins, I prefer Braun to win because I think he needs momentum and I think he needs it bad. Because I remember January this year, he was feuding with CM Punk. He was like, yo, put the title on him now. He deserves it. He could use it. It fits perfectly. Now's the time. And they didn't do it. So now we're in June. Now it's like, okay, he's still got aura, but it's falling. Right? His stock is falling a little bit. Not nothing crazy, but it's definitely losing something. And so a win versus Seth would definitely put him back in the right direction, hopefully leading to something down the road. And I would not be surprised if he won Money in the Bank. Right? Money in the Bank is in September, I think they said this year. So, you know, LA Knight, Dom, Braun, Trick, Javon, probably not Javon, but like Trick, probably, you know, they have options for Money in the Bank. And I would not be surprised if Braun Breaker took it home. I would not be. So a win here would definitely put him back in the right direction. This one, I don't really could go either way, but I'm leaning Braun. Another one is Tiffany versus Jade for the US title. First time ever being defended on the PLE. That's insane. Shout out to the US title, man. Shout out to it. She lost twice to Rhea Ripley, which isn't a big deal at all. I mean, it's freaking Rhea Ripley. That's like losing to John Cena, right? Yes, you could get buried, but like, come on. It's Rhea Ripley. You're not going to be shocked if she wins. So that's not the really biggest deal, but the fact she lost twice, you know what I mean? Losing to Tiffany, clean, presumably. Yes, you could have Chelsea Green get involved, but, you know, At the same time, you do have her feuding with Charlotte too, so that could lead to something for the women's US title, which would be really, really interesting. But I kind of don't see that happening. I don't. So I definitely do think Tiffany will hold it for a little bit longer. Maybe do something with Chelsea. Honestly, it can go either way. I can see Tiffany tagging teaming with Chelsea, and I can also see Jade versus Charlotte for the US title as well. So either way, I don't think it can really go too wrong here. I definitely do think Jade winning will be a lot more interesting personally, because I would love to see Charlotte versus Jade for the US title. That would be a really, really good match. And if you want to include Alexa in there, if you want to, I would not mind it either. So it's like, you know. And last but definitely not least, the undisputed title. This one is going to leave people disappointed. Okay, Cody is most likely winning this title. As much as we want to do something different and something fresh, because for some reason, whenever Cody wins the world title, it always ends up being like convoluted, kind of like a what are we really doing here kind of thing. Like it'll start up pretty strong, but then it eventually ends up being like, all right, what are we doing, right? So right now we're in that what are we doing stage right now. There's just way too many storylines revolving around Cody and the world title for them to just ignore. Okay, you got Randy part 2, because remember, Randy left Mania on top. Okay, he punt kicked Cody, and we haven't seen Bro since. So who knows when he comes back? Maybe he might come back before SummerSlam or slightly after. I don't know, but we're gonna be seeing that soon. They tease something with CM Punk again. That's like the 3rd time they're gonna do it again. They love teasing things and not doing it anytime soon. So I guess you could say no time soon for either of those, but like, you know, what is more likely? So the only other option you have is Gunther winning, because if Gunther does not win, he would officially be the biggest moron in WWE history. I already made a whole rant about it. Go watch that. But like the amount of dumb decisions they made Gunther do this entire feud makes no sense at all. And if he loses and doesn't get a rematch at SummerSlam, which he shouldn't, if he loses, it's over. that man is cooked. So that is your only one glimmer of hope you have. So I definitely do think Cody Rhodes is retaining the undisputed title. And those are my thoughts on the upcoming Night of Champions card. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments. While you're down there, like, subscribe, hit that noty bell for more wrestling videos. This is Eli signing out. Peace.